What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Now, I have a ton to go over. You guys see a ton on the screen here. I'm probably not going to be able to go over everything, so just a warning right there. But you guys know that I show absolutely everything, right? I try to be as transparent as possible, and I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to see the wins. I want you guys to see the misses. I want you guys to see the 0.5 misses, because that is the reality of sports betting, guys. You're not going to win every day. You're not going to win every entry. You're going to have some very close misses, just like this one. Oh, I thought this one was in front of everyone, but this one over here, if you can see your attention right here, you have a 0.5 miss right here, for example, right? And then we have right here as well, right here, down here, we have another 0.5 miss, all right? So 2.5 misses yesterday. This one was a 3 out of 4 that went ahead and missed as well. This one also was pretty close, and we could have definitely hit this one if some things went different. And then this one also, I'm seeing, right? This one also very close. This guy actually gets pulled out of the game. So he played about 70 minutes. Of course, a soccer game's 90 minutes, and he gets pulled out of the game. So if he played that entire game, he probably would have hit, but of course he didn't. And again, that's part of the program, all right? So we did hit an 8.5x right here on soccer and on League of Legends. Beautiful soccer and League of Legends correlation. I haven't uploaded a video. I didn't upload a video last night, so I'm getting this one in the morning. This one happened not last night, not like 12 hours ago last night, but it happened the night before that at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or whatever. So right after, you could kind of say after I upload that video, we did go ahead and hit this one here. Beautiful correlation. We have soccer correlation that I'll talk about a little bit here, and then we have League of Legends correlation that I'm actually just gonna show you guys right now. So if you look at the game, we bet against this blue team right here, DRX. All right, so we bet against these guys. We took them under together, and we took winner and we took Jaiwoo. I'm remembering. Yeah, Jaiwoo and winner, right? So we took both of these guys under together. Now, why did we take both these guys under together? Because I thought they would lose the game, all right? So the first game was 7-14. You'll see winner gets 0 kills. So 0 kills in total. And then Jaiwoo gets 4 kills in that first game. And if we look at the second game, it was 9-15. And I actually watched this game. It was at like 1:30 a.m. I just couldn't sleep, but I watched the game. It was complete domination. Honestly, more domination than the score even lets it be known, right? This was honestly like a very, very out of the way game. This guy right here played phenomenal, and Jaiwoo gets 1 kill and winner gets 4 kills, all right? And you'll see everyone on this team 0, 4, 4, 1, 0. If you look at this side, it is 3, 2, 3, 7. So not the best example of how League of Legends correlation works, but on average, the winning team is going to get about 2x to 3x the amount of kills as the losing team. So obviously, you want to try to bet the losing team, the losing team under and the winning team over, all right? So again, both these guys go under together. They got 2-0'd, completely swept, completely dominated, causing them both to get about half of their line right here, okay? And then in soccer, I don't really have to explain this one that much. You have 2 guys, and we take them under together. If they have lower possession, you're going to have less passes. If they have higher possession, you're going to have more passes. Now, that being said, there's probably some stuff off screen. We did hit this on better. We have another better setup here as well happening later tonight in Valorant, so that's nice to see. This one did go ahead and hit as well. I'm very, very vocal about my strategy on better and on sleeper, guys. You wake up every day, you take the promos, all right? It's not rocket science. There's going to be 2 to 3 promos on these apps, sleeper and better. You can make $300 to $500 a month on sleeper and better just taking the promos every single day, all right? I can guarantee you, if you wake up every day 30 days out of the month and just take better, the promos there, sleeper, the promos there, you will, between the 2 apps, make $300 to $500 a month. If you don't want to make $300 to $500 a month with like 2 to 5 minutes a day betting, clicking buttons on your phone, then I don't know what to tell you, right? This is money that you could use to build a bankroll on PrizePicks. You could build a bankroll on NOVIG. You could just pay your groceries off or pay, some sort of bill off that you have with the $300 to $500, right? Again, be consistent. Take the discounts. Right now, we are winning a lot on better, and we're not winning so much on sleeper. But I can tell you guys that it might flip in a couple of days here, right? We might start winning a lot on sleeper. We might start losing a lot on better. And again, these discounts are going to win long term, right? We had Donovan Mitchell discounted. I took Zershin right here to go under. He ends up missing. That's completely fine. By the way, guys, this was not a 3x. This was a 4.5x on sleeper. So how sleeper works is some of the payouts you can actually get way higher because because a lot of how it works is like it'll give you like a 2.2x or something like that if you take it out of the money type thing. But again, better. We've been crushing it. Very quick as well. We had 2 entries in the tennis model, and this one right here was on the VIP. So we did cash this on the VIP yesterday. VIP is 5-0 on the tennis model plays that I've sent out over the past, I think, 3 days. 5-0. All right. So tennis model absolutely cooking. This one was the play that I sent out yesterday on the YouTube channel. And this one unfortunately missed. All right. So again, I've been vocal about it. YouTube has been, the YouTube plays have been a little bit rough recently. And, that's just how it's going to go sometimes, guys. Sometimes you're going to win a lot. Sometimes you're going to lose. When you have YouTube plays, and I only can send out about maybe 7 or 8 YouTube plays a week, and you're taking 5x, 6x entries or 9x, 10x entries, these plays are not going to hit very often, right? They might only hit 1 in 6 times or 1 in 5 times. So that might be a full week where you're missing, and then we finally hit one of them and we get a 6x payout for it, right? Again, this is how it works in the VIP. You might see like multiple losses, right? You might see like a loss, right? 5 losses in a row, and then that 6 entry is a win right here, and this win might be like, let's say, a 9x, and this 9x that you just hit right here is going to pay off all of these losses. It's going to pay off all these losses. But again, if you were right here, you'd be feeling pretty bad about yourself. But this is what I always preach, guys, is don't feel bad about yourself. You need to take your emotions out of this, and a lot of people would be better off if they just tailed all my entries and they just completely walked away from their phone or whatever, and they just, they didn't even check PrizePicks for another day or whatever it is, right? What I do want to talk about real quick is soccer, right? I like to educate. I like to tell you guys how the correlation works. And if you guys see here, these guys are super, super correlated together. So here's a pick that we did hit, and these guys are right on the line together. And then here's an entry that we, of course, missed. And we missed it by 0.5. You'll see that this guy goes over by 1 pass. So again, you're not going to see me jump up and down and be all super frustrated by missing by 0.5, guys. This is part of the game. This is what we sign up for when we sign up for sports betting. This is not bond investing. This is not something where you're going to make like 1% a year, 2% a year. This is something where you can make a lot of serious money quickly, and you can make a side hustle type income sports betting. With that being said, you have to have your emotions in check. But what I do want to talk about is how correlated these guys are together. So you'll see this guy actually hits by 0.5, and this guy misses by 0.5. So if we think about these guys as kind of a timeline like this, right? So here's 0, and then here is their line hitting right here. And actually you can go a little bit further too, because sometimes these guys are going to go way over their lines. What we want to see in sports betting, I actually drew this wrong, but what I wanted to draw is something like this. Okay, I wanted to see 2 timelines just like this, right? It's very basic stuff, and these guys, of course, could actually go over their lines as well, and this is them starting at 0. So in soccer, or in all of these sports I bet on, if a guy's line, let's say a guy ends up getting this amount of pass attempts, right? So he has a horrible game. This is him hitting his line right here, and this is him at 0. He has a horrible game and only gets this amount of pass attempts. The other guy, we want to see him also have about this amount of pass attempts, all right? Let's say this guy gets this amount of pass attempts. We're going to see that this guy's probably going to get around here as well, right? This is what's called correlation. You want to see these guys tied together or chained together, however you want to think about it, right? They are tied together at the hip. If one guy has 40 pass attempts, you want to see the other guy have 40 pass attempts. If one guy has 100 pass attempts, you're going to want to see the other guy have 100 pass attempts, all right? So again, if this guy goes way over his line and has like something over here, you're going to want to see this guy go right here, right? So in this case was just right around here, right? This is pretty much what happened. And then this case right here was pretty much one guy has like right here and one guy has right here. So again, these guys are super tied together, super correlated, and you guys will see that is how that works. Now, I didn't really talk about League of Legends, and I don't really have the time to. Of course, I did earlier in the video, but you'll see also League of Legends super tied together, of course. So great to see there. Now, this video is getting long, so I don't want to go over this, but this was a shorter game, all right? It was 4-13 the first game, or maybe it was the second game, and then it was 6-13 the second game, all right? So these were 2 shorter games. If you add up all of these rounds, all the numbers on the screen, this was 36 rounds, so a shorter game, right? If we go to our diagram, 35 rounds and under is a shorter game. 35 rounds and higher is a longer game. Of course, 36 is, pretty close to 35, of course, and this was a shorter game, causing both of these guys to go under together, okay? So that's how Counter-Strike works. If we would have saw double overtime, triple overtime, then the guys would have went over together. Now, it was a shorter game, so we saw the guys go under together, right? Again, this is how correlation works. If you want to go opposite of me and be like, I don't know, man, I don't trust this guy's read today, and instead of the guys going over together and I'm going to take them under together, I don't recommend that because most of the time I am right. I have a very, very long track record of being right. I have 1,000 units over a long span of bets, over about 8,000-9,000 bets, guys. We're up 1,000 units. So far this year, we're up 100 units. Sleeper better, of course. Everything is tracked. But if you want to go opposite of me, you can definitely go opposite of me. But I do a lot of research to try to see if these guys are going to go over or under together. So that's that, all right? Now, let's get into the first pick of the day. The first pick of the day is going to be on NOVIG, and we are going to take the Dallas Wings to go plus 5.5 at the spread against Atlanta, okay? So Atlanta versus Dallas, we're taking them plus 5.5. This came straight from my WNBA model that I've been working on, guys. The tennis model and the WNBA model are going to absolutely feed us during, especially the offseason, right? When WNBA and tennis goes on all year long. So there's no reason not to be taking tennis bets all year long. It's one of those things just like eSports that there's no offseason. There's always tennis games being played. There's probably like 200 tennis games a day, which is insane. But this is straight from the WNBA model. We are going to take Dallas to go plus 5.5 at plus 106. So I take this all the way in plus money. So take it at plus 106, take it at plus 103, take it at plus 100, okay? Great play here. By the way, if you're wanting to get into my VIP, you can get in for $1 today with NOVIG. So this pick is, of course, on NOVIG. $1 purchase on NOVIG. You can text me NOVIG, or the first link in the description will be the link to get signed up for NOVIG. It is legal in the majority of states. You will see, I think it's like 42 or 41 out of 50 states. And all you have to do is make $1 purchase into NOVIG. Now, what NOVIG's going to do is if you put $1 in, they're going to give you $10. If you put $5 in, they're going to give you $50, okay? So, of course, I would recommend that you do the $5 option, but all I'm asking is you do the $1 option if you really want to be the guy, just get into the VIP really simply. All you have to do is do a $1 purchase on NOVIG with my code DETECTIVE, of course. So if you do not have NOVIG, highly recommend getting NOVIG and then putting this entry in, and we're going to build our bankroll on NOVIG very quickly, okay? This, of course, is my other play of the day. It's the lock of the day on Bovada. And how to get this is to text me the word Bovada to the number on the screen, which is 512-270-0440. It's my personal number. I will give you this lock of the day. I'll obviously have this all this red stuff be scraped away, and then you guys will get my lock of the day. If the play misses, you'll get your money back, all right? So if the play hits, great. If the play misses, you'll get Venmo or Cash App back $25. Here is an example, a couple examples of me Venmoing and Cash Apping back people of a play that missed, which was, I think, Pistons money line a couple of nights ago whenever Pistons lost to the Cavs, right? Of course, they lost to the Cavs because the Cavs are now in the Eastern Conference Finals. So text me Bovada to get that signed up for. All you're going to have to do is deposit about $20 to $25 into Bovada, and you'll get 2 free months of the VIP by taking my lock of the day. Again, this is a complete risk-free bet. So if the play hits, great. If the play misses, you'll get Venmo or Cash App back. So I give you guys 2 amazing methods to get into the VIP today. With Bovada, that'll be two months of the VIP. You're going to have to deposit a little bit more. And then with NOVIG, all you have to do is deposit $1. SGA signed jersey at the end of May, guys. So get liked, comment, subscribed, and you'll get entered to win this every single day. I'm going to be doing this at the end of May, this giveaway at the end of May. And May's closing quick, all right? So we got a couple more days in May, about a week left. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe to get entered to win that, guys. Now, I actually have 4 picks today, all right, if you count everything, right? NOVIG, and then I have Bovada. Some of you guys are going to get that. And then we have a play of the day on Better here today, all right? Better has discounts every day. I talked about that earlier in the video. Today's discount is with Stephon Castle. So if you're a big guy on Taco Tuesday and you love taking these Taco Tuesday picks, I know you guys are, because a lot of you guys will text me on Taco Tuesday right when these taco picks come out, and you'll be like, hey man, what are you going to pair up with the taco pick of the day? What's the Taco Tuesday move? This is Taco Tuesday every single day on Better. There's 2 to 3 discounts every day. On Sleeper, there's another 2 to 3 discounts. So you can get about 5 to 6 discounts a day with just having Better and just having Sleeper. Now, there's other apps out there like DraftKings Pick 6, like Chalkboard that has discounts as well that I've talked about in the past. I believe Underdog Fantasy, I can't personally use their discounts anymore. They don't let me have the discounts anymore, but there's discounts on all of these apps that you should be using every single day. But Stephon Castle is the discount of the day. His line is 31.5, and his line is discounted now down to 28.5. And I'm taking Krocko to go over 9.5 kills on Better. Now, I love this one on Better. I don't like it as much on PrizePicks. Why do I not like it as much on PrizePicks? Because his line on PrizePicks is actually 10. All right, so we're getting him at 9.5 on Better, but on PrizePicks, his line is 10. So a really good play there. This is a base hit type play, all right? Every single day, like I said, you wake up, you just take your base hits. You're not going to win a home run on Better unless you played like 5 or 6 man entries. But again, you wake up every day, you play your 2 or 3 man on Better, and you just make $300 to $500 a month. All right, that is all you need to do. Again, if you do not have Better, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You're leaving $200 to $300 a month on the table. $200 to $300 a month is $3,000 to $4,000 a year. So an extra $3,000 to $4,000 a year. You know, people work overtime bonuses at their job to get $3,000 to $4,000 a year, right? I know at my job, if I got a $3,000 to $4,000 bonus at the end of the year, I'd be pretty happy with that, right? So on Better, you can do that. All it takes is just 5 minutes a day clicking buttons on your phone with Stefan Castle's discount. Take Krocko over. Of course, I give out these picks on the VIP too, so you can go ahead and do that. Now, here's going to be the play of the day on PrizePicks, guys. The last pick. I know today's video has been a little bit longer, but I really, really love this play. We have correlated League of Legends, which is nice to give out, and then we have an MLB play with Kyle Schwarber. I have no idea why they keep setting Kyle Schwarber's line so low at 5.5. It makes absolutely no sense to me. If we can go over and look at Kyle Schwarber, because I had Krocko on the board, but let's go ahead and look at Kyle Schwarber, and let's look at his fantasy score. Where is it? Should be right here. Guys, do I have to say anything else? I mean, look at his fantasy score right now. It's at 5.5 on PrizePicks. He has hit this, like, of his last 10 games, he's hit this 9 of his last 10 games. Here's the one time that he went under right here. And Paul Skeens was pitching against him, by the way, okay? One of the best pitchers. I mean, this is such a simple entry, guys. I have no idea why they would have his line at 5.5. His line should probably be more like 8 or 8.5 at this moment. And even if I put his line at 8.5, you'll see that he still greens out most of the time. So now we're getting his line at 5.5. I took Ronald Acuna Jr. at under 6.5 yesterday. He hit at 8. So these hitter fantasy scores are consistently, if you can find the right players, you can keep taking these players over and over and over again. They do not adjust their lines. You will see on Pick Finder right now, his line has been 5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5. It has been the same line over and over and over again for like this whole month. It makes no sense to me right now, okay? So take it at 5.5. Every time you see this guy at 5.5, I really like the over. It doesn't matter what pitcher he's playing. This is an absolute smash hit of a play. So go ahead and take that. And then on League of Legends, I already explained how League of Legends correlation works a little bit when I talked about Willer and Jai Wu on the game that we did hit. Or Winner and Jai Wu, I think is their names. Broken Blade and Han Sama, I'm taking them both under together. Now, again, when I take guys under together, what am I expecting? I'm expecting them to lose the games, okay? Now, I am expecting this team to win 2 out of 3 of the games. So they're playing 3 games. I'm expecting this team to win 2 out of 3 of the games. Now, if you look at the times where he is winning 2 out of 3 of the games, by the way, I actually switched teams, I believe. Actually, no, he didn't. He didn't switch teams, been on G2. But how this guy's role has been played over the past couple of weeks here in so far this season is he plays tanky champions now, okay? And what that means is they're more support-oriented champions, right? Champions like Shin, Ornn. I'm not expecting you guys to understand what this means, but what they do is they do a lot of assisting, they do a lot of defending, and they do not get that many kills, all right? So this guy does not get that many kills. You're seeing some games he's getting 2 kills, 0 kills, 2 kills, because he's a very passive player, and the type of players that he plays are very passive, okay? Now, if we go over to the other guy is Han Sama. We go over to Han Sama, and we sort him by the amount of games I think he's going to win, which is 2 games. You'll see that sometimes he does go over, sometimes he does go under. It kind of fluctuates. If we can get this team to only win 1 game, we will be completely in the money here, okay? They're playing a very solid team. They're playing in Europe. These are 2 European teams. European teams are generally more cautious and a little bit more of a slow pace than the Asian teams, right? The Asian teams, like the teams in China or in Korea, they play at a much higher pace, they play at a much higher level, and these teams in Europe or the teams in North America play a lot slower, and they're not as good as at the game, right? You can look up all this stuff. League of Legends has been a thing for like 15 years. This is just facts of the matter, right? So Han Sama under 13.5. I would expect him to bump to 12.5. You'll see that right now his line is at 12.5 on underdog, right? So when I tell you guys to take these picks on PrizePicks, you need to take them on PrizePicks, not on underdog, not on better. When I tell you guys to take these picks on better, take these picks on better and not on PrizePicks, all right? Croco over 9 is much better than Croco over 10 on PrizePicks, all right? Here's the play of the day. Very correlated in League of Legends. If we can get these guys to string some L's together, some losses, these guys will go under together because they're both losing the game. Again, here's the graphic. The more that they lose, you're going to see these guys go under together. The more that they win, the more you're going to see these guys go over together, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, get signed up for this SGA jersey. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.